Hello again, average moviegoers. The Rip has hit Netflix. Let's talk about whether this movie rips or rips. The Rip is an action thriller directed by Joe Carnahan and is supposedly a true story about a $20 million drug money seizure. It's got a stacked cast, including Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Sasha Calle, Stephen Yeun, Kyle Chandler, and Tiana Taylor, amongst many others. And the highlight of this movie is definitely the acting and the story, not the action. In my opinion, there isn't a single action set piece that is super memorable, and some of them even look kind of bad. There's a swamp fight scene, and it's the most obvious soundstage I've ever seen. The car chases and shootouts aren't innovative, let alone all that exhilarating. The story, on the other hand, is a decently compelling and engaging mystery whodunit, sniffing out corruption and grappling with moral ambiguity. There's a handful of twists and turns along the way, but it's not perfect writing. Some dialogue is better than others, and man, is this thing convoluted. And sometimes it might feel more convoluted than it actually is because there's so much police jargon and acronyms being thrown around all the time, which on one hand can contribute to the world feeling more realistic, but on the other hand can make you feel lost and on the outside rather than immersed. Also, I find the third act to be messy and contrived, probably as a result of building up to a less than stellar action sequence. The ending was a little meh, slightly too saccharine and sentimental in contrast to the dark, brooding, shadowy, murky story that we've been in. Not to mention, the scene includes a digitally enhanced sunrise that makes the whole image look like it's VFX, which happens in a lot of movies today. Shots that might have been filmed on location end up looking like they were filmed on green screen because of the lighting, grading, and enhancing choices. The score is pretty good. I like it quite a bit, especially on its own. But every once in a while, it's attracting a lot of attention to itself when it's so obviously attempting to inject more suspense and tension in every scene. Now, let's be honest, the purpose of this movie is to watch Matt Damon and Ben Affleck have a reunion on screen, and it really is great every time that they show up together on screen. Here, Ben Affleck is the standout for me. I think he's on a compelling run as a supporting actor, and that might be a great place for him to be. He had some really excellent line reads that elevated him as a performer from this kind of deadpan, emotionless vibe that I've gotten from him in the past. In fact, I think all the acting in this movie is good, and that's one of the things that makes this a generally enjoyable, slightly above average Netflix straight-to-streaming movie. But that's the thing. The experience of watching this movie is like nothing lost, nothing gained. A solid 6 out of 10 film that, if it were someone's directorial debut, I might be kinder to it and excited for what comes next, but not when it comes from film veterans. I heard someone describe this movie as muzak, an inoffensive background noise to fill the silence, which I think is a little uncharitable, but I do think it's more like a laundry film. If you have a lot of laundry to fold, you can throw this on and it'll be a decent way to pass the time. And at the end of it, you'll say, that was pretty good, but it's going to be hardly anyone's favorite movie, nor attract that much hatred. The cinematography can be hit or miss. Some shots are good and others look average. The problem with this shadowy, monochromatic tinted look is that it can actually take you out of the story. Sometimes I'm wondering why we're in a world where no overhead lights exist. The cinematography has already divided some people who are tired of this kind of look, but in general, I thought that it complemented this morally gray area world that takes place at night better compared to movies where this stylization is less justified by the setting, tone, and mood. That's it for me, you guys, and The Rip. I think that you'll have fun with this movie. It's low stakes, just turn it on, have a good time. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you saw it, if you're planning on seeing it, be respectful, be courteous, back up your opinions, but remember that art is subjective, and above all else, keep watching movies and stay average.